How's it going, everyone? I'm Simon Lizotte, and this is my 2020 in the bag. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Who knows if we even have a 2020 season this year. It's been absolutely crazy. I hope everyone is smart, everyone is safe, and I'll take you through what I'm throwing out there. First and foremost, my bag sponsor, Grip Equipment. Best quality, comfortable, just awesome. I don't think I ever want to use a different bag than Grip. Thank you so much. All right, starting off with my putters. And this is not the best decision I've ever made, but I'm equipped with 3 brand new D-Line P2s, white with pink stamp, and I think these are pretty awesome. What I've noticed though is that I've been trying to putt a bit softer because, you know, blowing by the basket with a spin putt and you have a long comebacker gets pretty frustrating and annoying. So these putters are too overstable for me. Fresh out of the box P2s, even in D-line, can be extremely overstable. So when I putt it and a bit softer, I just kept missing left, hyzering out early, left side chains falling out. And that made me over adjust. And then I keep yanking my putts, trying to put too much ante on them, turning them almost like on a flex line to the basket, or just aiming out right and having them hyzer in, just making it so hard on myself. So I've recently started working with the D-Line P1. I've tried the P1Xs before. Now I'm working with the P1. Shout out to Leo Pironen, who gave me this tip, because P1s out of the box are a lot less overstable, a lot straighter. So on shorter putts and especially longer putts, you have to put in a lot less effort and they will just glide more to the basket. More info to come on these, but I'm definitely excited to try something new and maybe step away from P2s, even though these will always be my #1 upshot putter. Speaking of upshot putters, surprisingly, I don't have a P2 upshot putter right now. I know it makes no sense, but I'm desperately waiting for the Sky God 3 to drop later this year, actually pretty soon. But for now, I'm working with 2 slight surprises, which I've been very enjoying. #1, a D-Line P1X. This disc reminds me a lot of the Innova Nova. It has basically 0 everything. Very slow, no turn, no fade, some glide of course, but it's been so fun to throw this on a slight hyzer and it pops up and then just straight, straight, straight. No right, no left. Of course I can turn these over and throw them hyzer if I want, but for straight, floaty upshots, this has been extremely fun. And a lot of people thought, I've heard it on commentary a lot, that this is a P2, but it is actually a P1X. And then a surprise to probably most of you, especially myself. I never thought this was gonna end up in my bag, but I have been loving the overstability and consistency of the Sensei. This is a Discmania active line Sensei, and this is more overstable than a Sky God or a C-Line or an S-Line P2. Doesn't go as far, but you can trust this disc so much. It's been shocking and so much fun to throw, and I love the way it looks. It has like cool bubbles in the rim, and the Sensei might stay in my bag for a while depending on how the Sky God 3 turns out. Over to the mid-ranges. You know this if you watched previous in the bags. I never have a lot of mid-ranges in my bag. Right now I have 3. Starting off with most overstable and probably my favorite and the one I trust the most is a C-Line Metal Flake MD5 with a really cool quadruple Lizotte bar stamp on it. I've tried every MD5 on the market, and the Metal Flakes just are the most overstable. Therefore the most consistent in windy conditions, spike hyzers, slower lines where you make sure you huck it to the left late, or flicks through the woods, this disc has been so much fun. Then we have Schnitzel. I don't know how I came up with that name or why, it makes no sense, but the new little Simon Lizotte stamp with the shield in the background. I totally like this stamp. I think it looks so cool on discs. Leaves a lot of room for signatures too, so I totally love that. And this is a S-Line MD3. At first it was surprisingly overstable, and you could see in the tournament footage that I underestimated this disc a lot out there and threw a bunch of bad shots with it, but now it turned into a super reliable, consistent, straight MD3, just what you want out of it. And I really enjoy throwing the S-Line, which I haven't in the past, but right now I'm enjoying this one a lot. Luster MD. This one is, in an ideal world, this disc would be just a hair less understable. So this is a bit too flippy for me, but still fun to throw. And I think for anyone with a bit slower arm speed, this is one of the best mid-ranges, most neutral flying discs straight out of the box out there. That's it for the slow discs. Let's go over to the drivers, the fun part of disc golf. Everyone wants to throw further, we know this, and actually a great disc to start with is fairway drivers, especially the FD. I have 2 FDs in my bag. The Nate Perkins Night Strike 1. This disc is awesome. I actually see myself throwing this a lot on especially these New England courses. This one's pretty understable, nothing like a D-Line FD, but this is Color Glow FD Night Strike. Definitely a disc I would recommend anyone to try out. Awesome, and supports the touring pros, so can't go wrong with that. Straight shots, shorter roller shots, and you gotta have an FD in your bag. Like that's not even a question. And the D-Line FD got the black ink dragon on there. This disc is kind of getting famous for being the trick shot disc. I can throw this on the craziest lines that most normal discs could never do. This is so understable. It's able to throw on an anhyzer and turn on its back like thrown overhead, but rollers, funky sidearms, hyzer flips. I don't use this too much in competition, but when I'm out there on the field practicing or at courses playing for fun, I bust this disc out all the time because it's so much fun to watch. Understable fairway drivers to overstable fairway drivers, and I have 2 FD3s. My favorite run of Doombirds, I think, will always be the Doombird 2. I love the artwork, and I love that these came out slightly domier, which gives them this slight pop top and makes them just that insy bincy bit more overstable, which I need. I just need to 100% trust my FD3. And the Doombird 2 is exactly that for me, so always will be in my bag and thrown a lot on shorter, straight to hyzer shots. Probably my favorite disc in my bag. This has been in my bag for so long, even without the Anna die on it, but this is my frozen Anna FD3. This is pre-Doombird FD3, so this is a really old disc. It flies nothing like this. Like, it is a completely different disc. Feels kind of the same, but this one flies more like a slower PD or almost like an FD. This is almost a turnover disc for me now, and I don't throw many good shots with it, sadly, but I really want to. So I'll keep it in my bag. It's a lucky charm, and I just like the idea of throwing great shots with it, so I'm gonna keep trying. New addition to my bag right now is the Avery Jenkins Dark Mall 2. These are Color Glow, and this is like a bluish with a purple stamp. Also, I love the artwork. I think this artwork I like better than the Dark Mall ones. And these turned out a bit flatter. which makes them just this tiny bit more aggressive, faster, and I can crank on this and it just will go straight, slight turn, and then hyzer back reliable. Basically an FD3, but faster and not as crazily overstable, so it'll go further. Something slightly new for me. I never really used to use these a lot, but this is the DD3. Probably Discmania's furthest flying disc for pros. Up first, this one has been in the bag for a couple months now actually. It's my sidearm disc or distance rollers. This is an AJ Carey touring season stamp, and definitely my flippiest one. Because of my weak sidearm, I need a flippy disc so it actually goes far and straight. Then I have a regular stock stamp, DD3, yellow. I'm pointing out yellow because the color, for some reason, does make a difference, and I have found that the yellow ones have this nice, slight dome to it, and these have just been the best feeling and best flying DD3s for me that are the stock stamp DD3s. Then just something special that the Boda brothers, Steve and Todd Dodge, sent to me with their Birdie board game stamp. This is also a S-Line DD3, bit more domey, so the bit more dome will make this disc slightly more overstable than the yellow one. And also this one's pretty new, so crusher. And lastly for the DD3s, this is actually a cloud breaker without a cloud breaker stamp on them. It's just a gold Huck Lab. One of the swirliest discs I've seen coming from Innova, so I wish every swirly disc would look like this. Absolutely sick. Complete crusher disc, probably the most overstable of my DD3s. I need to throw this more. I don't know why I don't throw it more. I have trust issues with the DD3 still. I'm trying to work on that. Okay, off to something that will never leave my bag, no matter what. PD2s, but I only have 3 PD2s right now. I lost a lot of PD2s in Phoenix and in Waco. So these are the ones that I left right now in my bag. My number one go-to is the Glow PD2. This is the Discmania bar stamp, slight little dome to it. With the Globe PD2s, it's kind of touchy-touchy if you get a good one or not. I haven't figured out what makes a Globe PD2 good or not, but this is a good one. Sorry. This disc right here is more overstable than the Glow. It is a second run C-Line PD2, and I just found this in my disc rack and thought I'll throw it back in the bag. It is very reliable, overstable, doesn't go very far, but still far enough to bust out on most holes and have a controlled 450 to 500 feet. Controlled. And my most overstable PD2, I recommend anyone to try out these discs. This is a Luster PD2. I don't know if these are available right now, but if they are, go check them out. If you want a total meat hook, the most overstable distance driver you've ever thrown. Super fast, super overstable, doesn't go anywhere, but if you need to know exactly what the disc will do no matter what angle you release it on, this is the disc for you. Love throwing this. And then the last disc in my bag is something completely new. I put this in my bag today because I just got it yesterday. Haven't thrown it yet, so the shot you will see me throw it on the field now will be my actual first shot with it. And this is the Glow PD3. Brand new, obviously European Open 2020 fundraiser. Hopefully that tournament will be a thing. Everyone keep your fingers crossed that we can play European Open because it's a highlight for disc golf every single time. And I am excited to try out the brand new PD3. I feel like I didn't even know these were a thing, but let's try them out. All right, real quick, what else is in my bag? everyone knows my YouTube channel is up and running, especially now during the off time. I really want to bring content to everyone who is just at home wanting to watch some disc golf, and good ideas coming. So check out my YouTube channel, and thanks for liking and subscribing. Some extra batteries, an extra SIM card, just to always make sure the content is flowing. A birdie bag. Guys, I've tried everything out there to cure sweaty hands, and the birdie bag is just the best option. For me, it is a bit personal preference, but I found these to be awesome. Shout out to birdie bags. On the other side, wallet, keys. Up here, I have my tournament mini, which I've used for 90% of all the tournaments in the last 12 years. Backup mini, chapstick, and that's about it. Oh, and I have a new water bottle. Disc Golf Strong water bottle. Stay hydrated. Check out Seth Muncie and Disc Golf Strong. The guy is absolutely killing it. And if you want to feel less pain and be more prepared for your next tournament, you should join Disc Golf Strong, because it could be the best decision you've made in your disc golf career. So you're welcome. Okay, everyone, that's it. That's what's in my bag. 2020 season. We hope we can start playing again soon. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you found some inspiration. And thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Discmania is killing it. Thank you, everyone. You rock, and see you next time.